Alright, it's May 12th, 2016. I'm just trying to, I guess, make a video just to draw people's attention to this amazing website. I'm not sure if it's a website. Article by Timothy Pope, P-O-P-E, that I remember seeing last year and couldn't figure out how to share on YouTube and Google, but it covers a lot. There's a lot of links. It's called America the Battlefield, and it's let's see, the majority is never right, never. That's one of those social myths that every free and intelligent man must fight. Who are the majority in a country? Why, the fools are. That's Henrik Ibsen, An Enemy of the People. Okay. There's a lot in here. Police militarization. There's a lot of documents. A lot of links to a lot of government documents. A lot. There's a lot here. So I hope everybody who cares about liberty and feels compelled can take a chance to take the time to just scan through this, look at some of the articles, you know, the actual article that Timothy wrote, as well as the links that he put in. The true agenda of UN and State Department gun control. Treason, the disarmament of the United States, and the Declaration of World Government, 10/30/13. Let's see. How the bigger picture of the disarmament agenda was a UN-generated scheme of disarming the world in a prelude to installing a one-world totalitarian socialist government, which is coming into full view today with the actualization of U.S. Army Special Operations Command's nationwide Operation Jade Helm 15, RSOF Operating Concept 2022, and the DoD's National Guard State Partnership Program, which I explained earlier in May. There's a lot here, a lot. So, freedom costs you something, necessary for safe and secure society. Problem, reaction, solution, policing, secrets and lies of the bailout. United States went under the war powers after the banking crisis on March 19th, 1933. Okay, well, under martial law, let's see. Rather than blabbering, there is really a lot here. Let's see. Even the Centers for Disease Control are poking fun at us with zombie preparedness public service announcements. Yeah, it was a little weird. Debt and unfunded liabilities. Documentation confirming internment camps in the U.S. for civil unrest. HR 645, FM 3-3940. That was leaked. U.S. Army Manual outlining policies for processing detainees into internment camps, both globally and inside the U.S. It is against the law of nations. All right. Oh, in December of 2011, let's see. Halliburton, I can't do this and read. Halliburton's subsidiary Kellogg Brown and Root, KBR, a government defense contractor, issued a project overview of anticipated requirements in establishing a national quick response team for our current federal emergency management agency, I should have just said FEMA, and U.S. Army Corps of Engineers work, and was specifically seeking subcontractors to staff and outfit emergency environments, camps located into 5 regions of the continental U.S. In 26, KBR was contracted by Homeland Security for $385 million to build detention centers designed to deal with emergency influx of immigrants into the U.S. Civilian labor, inmate labor program. Well, okay. There's a lot here. The Jade Helm, 15. Mainstream media and alternative media used to mock, I guess, those who care about liberty by saying there's nothing to it, which is baloney. Okay, in closing here, he has, in short, it's about the money, stupid. It always has been and always will be, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Okay, Ayn Rand wrote this in Atlas Shrugged, Chapter 7, page 3. The only purpose of a government is to protect man's rights, which means to protect him from physical violence. A proper government is only a policeman, acting as an agent of man's self-defense, and as such may resort to force only against those who start the use of force. The only proper functions of a government are the police to protect you from criminals, the army to protect you from foreign invaders, and the courts to protect your property and contracts from breaches or fraud by the others, to settle disputes by rational rules according to objective law. But a government that initiates the employment of force against men who had forced no one, the employment of armed compulsion against disarmed victims, is a nightmare infernal against men who had forced a nightmare infernal machine designed to annihilate morality. Such a government reverses its only moral purpose and switches from the role of protector to the role of man's deadliest enemy, from the role of policeman to the role of criminal vested with the right to be wielding of violence against the victims deprived of the right of self-defense. Such a government substitutes for morality the following rule of social conduct. You may do whatever you please to your neighbor, providing your gain is bigger than his. That sounds a lot like what Larkin Rose has put out. If it comes to that, then there is no alternative left. Whenever the legislators endeavor to take away and destroy the property of the people, or to reduce them to slavery under arbitrary power, they put themselves into a state of war with the people, who are thereupon absolved from any further obedience, and are left to the common refuge which God hath provided for all men against force and violence. John Locke, Second Treatise of Civil Government, December 1690. Disobedience in the eyes of anyone who has read history is man's original virtue. It is through disobedience that progress has been made, through disobedience and through rebellion. Well, not sure about that one. Oscar Wilde, The Soul of Man Under Socialism. Yeah. If the representatives of the people betray their constituents, then there is no resource left but the exertion of that original right of self-defense, which is paramount to all positive forms of government, and which against the usurpations of the national rulers may be exerted with infinitely better prospect of success than against those of the rulers of an individual state. In a single state, if the person entrusted with supreme power become usurpers, the different parcels, subdivisions, or districts of which it consists, having no distinct government in each, can take no regular measures for defense. They're talking about states versus the federal government. This is old Hamilton. The citizens must rush tumultuously to arms, without concert, without system, without resource, except in their courage and despair. The usurpers, clothed with the forms of legal authority, can too often crush the opposition in embryo. The smaller the extent of the territory, the more difficult will it be for the people to form a regular or systematic plan of opposition, and the more easy will it be to defeat their early efforts. Well, I believe, okay, that's Alexander Hamilton, The Federalist, number 28. The idea of restraining the legislative authority in regard to the common defense, considered December 25th, 1787. It does not ring true. It sounds, yeah. So, and this is the closing that Timothy has put in there, but it ends with, it's always about protection of the institution at the end. Janice Keffer, counsel to the 9/11 Commission, in a 2010 interview with Jesse Ventura. So, God bless you, Timothy, for putting this out. And please, let's, I don't know how much specific information at this point is really going to help us or guide us. other than just maybe dates and finding out some dates and times and locations and specifics of some of these plans and camps and whatnot. And just, I don't know. We have to pray. We have to pray for a game plan. We have to pray that we get strong spiritually and fight these slime bastards who want to destroy our nation in this world. So, that's it. Okay.